the most talked about topics in these years has been the comparison between players. Be it active players or ex-players, many have been put on this plate, generating hot comments and shocking statements among people. A recent comment from former NBA All-Star Gilbert Arenas on his Gil's Arena podcast, he drew attention when the former point guard exclaimed, "Kevin Durant is better than Larry Bird." The 80s were crazy.
Does KD need to win a title outside of Golden State to crack the top 10? You got him in the top 10 now?
But I mean, by the time he's done, is Larry Bird in the top 10?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Then he better than Larry Bird.
And this caused hot opinions. However, the debate between Kevin Durant and Larry Bird over who is the best player may be the closest of all, and Arenas may not be as far away as many have come to believe. That's why we bring you today at Kicks Action. Which NBA legend is the best player? Kevin Durant versus Larry Bird. Stay here. This is not the first time Kevin Durant and Larry Bird have been compared, nor will it be the last, as it is in a long line of heated debates between eras, like Michael Jordan and LeBron James, Magic Johnson and Stephen Curry, or Kawhi Leonard and Scottie Pippen. However, the debate between Kevin Durant and Larry Bird about who is the best player may be the closest of all. Comparing Kevin Durant and Larry Bird is a challenge because they played in very different eras and with different styles. Here's a brief comparison. Larry Bird played in the NBA primarily in the 1980s and early 1990s. With his team, the Boston Celtics, he won 3 NBA championships: 1981, 1984, 1986, was a 3-time regular season MVP, 1984, 1985, 1986, and 12-time All-Star. Bird was known for his shooting ability, his intelligence on the court, and his great competence. Bird had exceptional passing and team playing ability. While Larry Bird's numbers were great, we also have to look at what Kevin Durant has done so far. KD has played in the NBA from 2007 to the present. He has been on teams such as the Seattle Supersonics before moving to Oklahoma City Thunder, Golden State Warriors, Brooklyn Nets, and Phoenix Suns. He has won 2 NBA championships, 2017, 2018, has been the league's leading scorer 4 times, and has won 2 Finals MVP awards. Durant is known for his ability to score from anywhere on the field, his versatile offensive ability, and his size, which allows him to be a threat both in the low post and on the perimeter. While it is true that Durant was a superstar in 2017 and 2018 with the Golden State Warriors, forming arguably the best starting lineup ever assembled with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, Durant would help the Warriors win back-to-back titles in 2017 and 2018, being arguably the best player on the court in both streaks. Larry Bird has the lead in terms of career NBA championships won. Bird was by far the best player on the court for the Celtics during their 1984 and 1986 championships.
This is a game the Celtics wanted.
And possibly also the best during the 1981 championship. Not only does Bird have more championships than Durant, but the quality with which he won them also gives him an advantage in this category. The Finals MVP category is tied as both players have achieved 2 of them in their careers, and Durant has a chance to add one to his total if the Suns win an NBA title during his tenure. Of the 3 championships Boston won during the 1980s, Larry Bird was the best player on the court. In 2017, Durant led Golden State to a 5-game series victory over the Cavaliers with 35.2 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 5.4 assists per game. In 2018, it would be a clean sweep of Cleveland in the NBA Finals, led by Durant's 28.8 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 7.5 assists per game. Boston Celtics versus the Showtime Lakers in 1984. Bird led the Celtics to an NBA championship with 27.4 points, 14.0 rebounds, 2.1 steals, and 1.1 blocks per game on 48.4% shooting on field goals. In 1986, Bird would lead the Celtics to their third NBA championship of the decade, this time against the Houston Rockets. In a 6-game series victory, Bird averaged 24.0 points, 9.7 rebounds, 9.5 assists, and 2.7 steals per game on 48.2% shooting from the field. As for regular season MVP awards, Larry Bird is also Kevin Durant's leading scorer as Kevin Durant. He has only been able to get one Most Valuable Player award in his career so far. I arrive in the 2014 season, when it would finally be the year he would clear the MVP hurdle with 32.0 points, 7.4 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 1.3 steals per game. Bird is the most recent player in NBA history to win 3 consecutive MVP awards, which he did from 1984 to 1986 with Boston. During this streak, Bird averaged 26.2 points, 10.1 rebounds, 6.7 assists, and 1.8 steals per game, while missing just 5 games in 3 years. If we touch on the Defensive Players of the Year category, both Larry Bird and Kevin Durant are what many consider underrated defenders. Proof of this is not only the fact that none of them have been named Defensive Player of the Year, but that none of them have been considered for that honor. When it comes strictly to scoring, Kevin Durant takes the category any way you want to compare it. Bird never led the NBA in scoring during the height of his career, having to compete with players like Michael Jordan, Adrian Dantley, and Alex English. Durant took the league by storm in the early 2010s, winning 4 scoring titles in 5 seasons from 2010 to 2014. During this time, Durant averaged 29.3 points per game on 48.9% shooting from the field overall, and 38.1% from the three-point line. He recorded 2 seasons of over 30.0 points per game as well, something Bird never accomplished in his career. Compared to Bird and many players in NBA history, Durant is on the Mount Rushmore of scorers, with one of the repertoire's most efficient and the best mid-range shots in NBA history. Currently, Larry Bird and Kevin Durant are tied for total selections to the All-NBA team. Kevin Durant's 10 All-NBA team selections are divided into 6 first-team selections and 4 second-team selections. Notably, Durant surpassed the likes of LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and other elite forwards in his first-team selections during this time. Durant was selected to the first team 5 times in a row between 2010 and 2014, and earned 1 more in 2018 with the Warriors. Bird was selected to the first team 9 times, which he accomplished in 9 consecutive seasons from 1980 to 1988. It was clear that Bird was the top forward in the NBA, even though Julius Erving, Alex English, and Bernard King were worthy opponents. Kevin Durant continues to increase his lead over Larry Bird in All-Star Game appearances throughout his career. Durant was named a starter in his 14th All-Star Game in 2023-24, earning him an All-Star Game selection with all 4 franchises he has played for. Additionally, Durant leads with 2 All-Star Game MVP awards to Bird's one in 1982. Bird was named an All-Star 12 times in 13 seasons with the Boston Celtics from 1980 to 1992, while Durant has been named an All-Star 14 times in 17 seasons, including every year since 2010 except 2021, which he missed due to a torn Achilles tendon. If we get into a metric that many do not touch, it would be totally defensive teams. The most underrated part of Kevin Durant's game is his defense. Unfortunately, Durant's defensive efforts have never earned him selection to an all-defensive team. If we talk about Larry Bird, what many people don't remember is that before his back injury in the mid-'80s, he was an elite defender. Between 1982 and 1984, Bird was selected to the all-defensive second team 3 consecutive times. When it comes to advanced analytics, there are 2 in particular that we used in our comparisons. The first of these is total win shares, which directly correlates to a player's impact on winning basketball. In 13 seasons, Larry Bird accumulated 145.8 total win shares, which Kevin Durant surpassed in 2021-22 and has totaled 167.7 total win shares. Durant has been able to surpass Bird in this category with a career rating of 25.2, recording a rating above 20.0 every year since 2009 and 11 seasons, with a rating above 25.0. In 13 seasons, Larry Bird amassed a career rating of 23.5, recording 10 seasons with a rating above 20.0 while leading the NBA during his 1985-1986 MVP seasons. While these 2 remain 2 of the most efficient players in history at their position, Durant's name has become synonymous with efficiency at all levels and in all aspects of the game. In a surprising turn of events, according to this comparison, Kevin Durant has a legitimate claim to being the best NBA player than Larry Bird with a 4-3 lead. Whether you agree with this or not is entirely up to you, but at least we can admit that the hot opinion by Gilbert Arenas is not as crazy as it seems and has merit. Now, the fact that Larry Bird has led his team to more NBA championships while also winning more MVP awards, it's going to mean more to some people than Durant's highest PR and win shares. It all comes down to context and the weight that each category has in the eyes of the observer. However, to say that Kevin Durant has not built a strong case for himself and could be considered the best player in the NBA in terms of accolades, statistics, and advanced analysis, it would be irresponsible as a basketball fan. The best choice depends on what you value more: Bird's team-playing ability and historical impact, or Durant's offensive ability and productivity in the modern era. Regardless of which side of the argument you fall on, this is sure to be another NBA debate that won't be resolved anytime soon.